What happens if you pour apple cider vinegar into your guava tree? Does it sweeten the fruit, boost growth, or does it burn the roots and kill the plant overnight? I have seen folks ruin perfectly good trees because they treated this kitchen staple like magic water instead of a potent chemical tool. Stick around, because today we are separating the internet myths from the horticultural science so your guava tree actually thrives. If you want to keep traditional growing wisdom alive and stop wasting money on fertilizers that do not work, please hit that subscribe button. We are building a community of practical growers who value plain knowledge over expensive gadgets, and I would be honored to have you join us for the next harvest. Before we ever touch a shovel or a watering can, we must understand exactly what is inside that bottle of apple cider vinegar sitting in your pantry. This is not just sour water. It is a complex biological ferment with specific chemical properties that interact directly with soil biology. The primary component is acetic acid, typically present at 5% concentration in commercial culinary vinegar. Acetic acid is a short-chain fatty acid that acts as a powerful chelating agent. In simple terms, chelation means it grabs onto mineral ions like iron, calcium, and magnesium that are locked up in alkaline or compacted soil, wrapping them in an organic molecule that plant roots can actually absorb. Without this chelating action, many nutrients remain chemically bound to clay particles or limestone, completely unavailable to your guava tree regardless of how much fertilizer you apply. Beyond acetic acid, raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar contains what we call the mother. This cloudy sediment is a symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast, primarily Acetobacter species. These living microbes introduce beneficial enzymatic activity to the rhizosphere, which is the zone of soil immediately surrounding your roots. When introduced correctly, these microbes help break down organic matter into humus, improving soil structure and water retention. They also produce trace amounts of B vitamins and amino acids during their metabolic processes, which serve as mild biostimulants for root development. However, it is critical to note that pasteurized clear vinegar lacks this microbial life entirely. It is merely sterile acid water. For any soil-building benefit, you absolutely must use the raw, cloudy variety with the mother intact. Apple cider vinegar also contains residual malic acid from the original apples, along with trace minerals including potassium, phosphorus, and small amounts of calcium. While these nutrient levels are far too low to serve as a primary fertilizer, they act as cofactors for enzymatic reactions within the plant. Potassium, even in trace amounts, helps regulate stomatal opening and closing, which controls water loss and gas exchange. The natural sugars remaining from incomplete fermentation provide a quick carbon food source for existing soil microbes, jump-starting biological activity in tired or depleted soils. Understanding this composition is vital because every single one of these components has a dual nature. Beneficial at precise dilutions, destructive at full strength. The acetic acid that chelates nutrients at 1 teaspoon per gallon will dissolve root cell membranes at 1 cup per gallon. There is no middle ground between medicine and poison here. Now let us connect what the vinegar provides to what the guava tree specifically demands. Guavas are tropical to subtropical evergreens with aggressive, shallow root systems that evolved in acidic, nutrient-rich forest soils. They are heavy feeders with very particular preferences that differ significantly from temperate fruit trees like apples or pears. Understanding these needs explains why apple cider vinegar can be such a perfect match when used properly. Guava trees require consistent nitrogen for vegetative growth, but excessive nitrogen leads to lush foliage at the expense of flowering and fruit set. What they truly crave for fruit production is potassium and calcium. Potassium drives sugar transport from leaves to developing fruit, directly influencing sweetness, size, and shelf life. Calcium strengthens cell walls, preventing blossom end rot and improving resistance to fungal diseases like anthracnose, which devastates guava crops in humid climates. Here is where the chelating power of acetic acid becomes invaluable. Many gardeners apply calcium and potassium fertilizers religiously, yet their guava trees still show deficiency symptoms like yellowing leaf margins, poor fruit quality, and tip burn. The problem is rarely insufficient application, it is insufficient availability. In soils with pH above 7, calcium precipitates into insoluble calcium carbonate, and potassium binds tightly to clay colloids. The acetic acid in diluted apple cider vinegar dissolves these precipitates and displaces potassium from binding sites, making previously locked nutrients bioavailable without adding more fertilizer. Guava trees also demand micronutrients, particularly iron, zinc, and manganese. Iron chlorosis, manifesting as interveinal yellowing on new growth, is extremely common in guavas grown in alkaline or calcareous soils. Standard iron supplements often fail because they oxidize and become unavailable before roots can absorb them. The chelating compounds in apple cider vinegar protect iron ions from oxidation, keeping them soluble and mobile in the soil solution long enough for uptake. Zinc and manganese deficiencies, which cause stunted growth and reduced flowering, respond similarly to acidification and chelation. Additionally, guava roots prefer slightly acidic conditions, optimally thriving at pH 5.0 to 6.5. At this range, all essential nutrients remain soluble and accessible. Apple cider vinegar, being inherently acidic, gently lowers soil pH toward this ideal window when applied in correct dilution. This creates a positive feedback loop. Lower pH increases nutrient solubility. Increased solubility improves plant health. Healthier plants exude more root exudates that further support beneficial microbial populations. The microbial component of raw apple cider vinegar also addresses a specific guava vulnerability: root knot nematodes and fungal pathogens. Healthy, biologically active soil suppresses pathogenic organisms through competition and antibiosis. The beneficial bacteria introduced via the mother colonize root surfaces, forming protective biofilms that exclude harmful invaders. This biological defense is especially crucial for guavas, which lack strong natural resistance to soil-borne diseases. So when we say apple cider vinegar meets guava needs, we mean it addresses pH preference, unlocks immobilized macronutrients, chelates critical micronutrients, and stimulates protective soil biology, all simultaneously, but only when chemistry aligns with plant physiology. Let me be direct about both the promise and the peril here, because I have watched well-meaning gardeners destroy mature guava trees by ignoring this balance. Used correctly, diluted apple cider vinegar offers genuine benefits that synthetic products cannot replicate cheaply. It revitalizes nutrient-locked soils without salt buildup from chemical fertilizers. It enhances fruit sweetness and color by improving potassium and calcium uptake. It suppresses certain fungal spores on soil surfaces through mild acidification, reducing disease pressure. It feeds soil biology rather than sterilizing it. Trees treated properly over a season develop deeper green foliage, stronger flower buds, and noticeably sweeter, more aromatic fruit. The improvement is real, measurable, and sustainable. But here is the warning that must sink deep. Apple cider vinegar isn't herbicide at full strength. Horticultural vinegar used for weed control is 20 to 30% acetic acid, but even standard 5% culinary vinegar will desiccate and kill guava roots if poured undiluted. Guava roots are fibrous and shallow, sitting in the top 12 inches of soil where vinegar concentrates easily. A single careless application of straight vinegar can cause irreversible root burn, leading to rapid leaf drop, branch dieback, and total plant death within weeks. Even over-diluted applications repeated too frequently will crash soil pH below 4, creating toxic aluminum and manganese levels that poison the tree slowly and silently. Symptoms mimic nutrient deficiency, confusing gardeners into applying more vinegar, accelerating the decline. Timing errors are equally dangerous. Applying vinegar during drought stress compounds osmotic shock. Applying during peak heat causes rapid evaporation that concentrates acid on soil surfaces. Applying to newly transplanted trees with damaged root systems guarantees mortality. There is zero margin for guessing ratios or eyeballing measurements. This is not compost tea where stronger is generally safer. This is precision chemistry disguised as kitchen remedy. Respect the substance, measure meticulously, and never assume your tree can handle just a little extra. The difference between tonic and toxin is measured in teaspoons, not cups. Your guava tree's survival depends entirely on your discipline. Follow these steps exactly as written. Do not improvise ratios or skip preparation stages. Precision protects your tree. Gather supplies. 1 gallon plastic watering can with removable rose head. Measuring spoons, not tablespoons. Raw unfiltered apple cider vinegar with visible mother, clean water at ambient temperature, and a soil pH test kit. Never use metal containers, as acetic acid corrodes metal and introduces toxic ions. Test your soil pH first. If pH is already below 5.5, do not apply vinegar. Wait and retest in 2 weeks. Only proceed if pH is 6.0 or higher. Document this baseline reading. Fill the watering can halfway with clean water. Add exactly 1 tablespoon, 15 milliliters, of raw apple cider vinegar per gallon of final volume. For a 1-gallon can, that is 1 tablespoon total. Stir gently to distribute the mother evenly without creating excessive foam. Top off the watering can with water to the 1-gallon mark. Stir again briefly. This yields a dilution ratio of approximately 1 to 250, safe for soil drenching while maintaining chelating and microbial benefits. Water the guava tree normally with plain water first until the top 2 inches of soil are moist. This prevents dry soil from wicking concentrated solution directly against roots. Apply the diluted vinegar solution slowly around the drip line, not against the trunk. Pour in a circular band 6 to 12 inches away from the base, covering the area where feeder roots concentrate. Use the entire gallon for a mature tree. Use half a gallon for young trees under 3 feet tall. Follow immediately with another half gallon of plain water to flush the solution into the root zone and prevent surface residue. Clean all equipment thoroughly after use. Residual acid degrades plastic over time and contaminates future applications. Record the date, amount applied, and weather conditions in a garden journal. Track cumulative applications to avoid accidental overdose. This method ensures even distribution, prevents root shock, maximizes nutrient mobilization, and maintains soil biology. Deviating from this protocol invites harm. Measure twice, pour once. Timing determines whether apple cider vinegar heals or harms. Never apply during active drought or when soil moisture is below 50% capacity. Dry soil concentrates acid and shocks roots. Always irrigate deeply 24 hours before planned application if rainfall has been insufficient. Never apply when temperatures exceed 90 degrees Fahrenheit or during direct midday sun. Heat accelerates evaporation, increasing surface acidity and volatilizing acetic acid fumes that damage foliage. Apply only in early morning or late evening when temperatures are moderate and humidity is higher. Never apply to newly planted guava trees for at least 8 weeks after transplanting. Disturbed roots need time to establish before tolerating any soil amendment. Never apply during bloom or fruit set unless correcting diagnosed deficiency. Acid fluctuations during reproductive stages can cause flower abortion or fruit drop. Reserve applications for vegetative growth phases or post-harvest recovery periods. Spring applications mobilize stored nutrients for flowering. Autumn applications replenish reserves and adjust pH before winter dormancy. Space applications minimum 4 weeks apart. Soil biology needs recovery time between acid inputs, maximum 6 applications per year, fewer in naturally acidic soils. After each application, wait 7 days before applying any other soil amendments, especially lime or wood ash, which neutralize vinegar's effects and waste both products. Monitor tree response closely for 14 days after each application. Any sign of leaf curl, marginal burn, or wilting means stop immediately and flush soil with copious plain water. Patience and observation beat calendar schedules every time. Your tree tells you when it is ready. Listen to it. Manage your expectations realistically. Apple cider vinegar is not a synthetic fertilizer that shows results in 48 hours. Biological processes take time. Within 7 to 10 days of correct application, you may notice subtle improvements in leaf turgor and color saturation as chelated micronutrients begin moving through vascular tissue. New emerging leaves should appear uniformly green without intervenal chlorosis if iron was previously locked. This is your first confirmation that chelation is working. Between 3 and 4 weeks, observe flowering patterns if application coincided with bud formation. Flower clusters should be denser and more uniform, indicating improved calcium and boron availability. Fruit set percentage often increases noticeably compared to previous seasons. By 6 to 8 weeks, developing fruit should show accelerated sizing and earlier color blush development, signaling enhanced potassium mobility. Taste tests at harvest typically reveal higher Brix readings and more complex flavor profiles, the ultimate validation of balanced nutrition. Soil level changes precede visible plant responses. Beneficial microbial populations rebuild over 2 to 3 months, improving soil structure and water infiltration gradually. pH adjustment occurs incrementally. Expect 0.2 to 0.3 unit decrease per application, not dramatic shifts. Retest soil pH 60 days after first application to confirm trajectory. Full systemic benefits accumulate over an entire growing season, not single applications. Trees recovering from chronic deficiency may require 2 to 3 seasons of consistent, correct treatment to reach peak health. Do not increase dosage out of impatience. Trust the process, document observations, and let biology work at its own pace. Sustainable improvement is slow, steady, and lasting. Quick fixes are illusions that cost trees their lives. 9. Closing. C. Tia growing guavas well is not about secret potions or viral hacks. It is about understanding what your tree truly needs and providing it with patience and precision. Apple cider vinegar, respected and measured correctly, bridges old kitchen wisdom and modern soil science beautifully. But remember, the same bottle that nourishes can destroy. Your discipline makes the difference. If this helped you see beyond the hype to the real horticulture beneath, please subscribe and share this with another grower who values truth over trends. Next week, we tackle banana peels buried at tomato bases, another practice surrounded by myth and misunderstanding. You will not want to miss that clarity. Until then, tend your trees wisely, measure carefully, and grow with plain knowledge. Thank you for watching and happy growing.